coach, and trainer with the Maxwell Leadership Team, renowned for simplifying complex ideas into actionable insights. He empowers leaders in business, education, healthcare, and beyond through his impactful coaching and leadership development programs. He is a prolific author with 12 influential books, including 4 Keys for Effective Leadership, The Area Code, Unveiling the Essence of Servant Leadership, Understanding Your Gift 2.0, Live Life Big, Don't Leave Your Dream, Live Your Dream, The Mentorship Advantage, Why Mentorship Matters, and Leader, Lead Yourself, Unlocking Your Power with Personal Leadership. He has earned numerous content-based certifications from the Maxwell Leadership Program, derived from the #1 leadership authority in the world, Dr. John C. Maxwell, such as Certified Team Member, Executive Director, and Corporate Facilitator, bringing a greater depth of proven leadership content to his training workshops. Leading the LAMP Global Community, he hosts quarterly virtual global leadership conferences through initiatives like WILL, Women in Leadership League, Pearl, Parents Empowered Academy for Right Leadership, YES, Youth Empowerment Society, and TBN, the Berean Network, in collaboration with 25 dynamic leaders. He believes true fulfillment lies in uplifting others and creating meaningful change, continually inspiring individuals to unlock their full potential. He offers practical strategies for today's challenges. Let us give a warm and cheerful welcome to Dr. Michael Koku.
Wow, 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 wow. Such an honor and such a privilege to have you all here today. I want to tell you it's going to be a great time. It's going to be an awesome time. How many of you are so excited to be here today? If you are excited, let me see E on the chat box. If you are excited, I want you to put E on the chat box. Put E on the chat box. I want to see how. Okay, now let me tell you something. I want to gauge your excitement level. So if you are 100% excitement, I want to see 100 E. If you are 1,000% excitement, I want to see 1,000 E. We can go to 1,000,000 too, because let me tell you something. Excitement is what precedes enlightenment. Because when you are excited, it gauges your expectation level. Because we are going to be having an unforgettable experience. And I want to know something. You will be glad that you came today. I see some million. Wow. I see some people at even infinity excitement. This is awesome. This is awesome. I want to say thank you so much for Coach Betty O'Gale, my very good friend and fellow Maxwell Leadership coach, speaker, coach, and trainer, and that gave me this very special invitation on this special occasion. Because what you're going to learn today is going to change your life. How many of you believe that what you're going to learn is going to change your life? Yeah? If you believe, I want you to put a B, belief, that shows belief. I want you to put a B because belief is everything. Believe is everything. I don't just want you to think that you are just here to pass the time. There's no such thing. You are here to have an encounter. Now, I want to begin with a story of a young lady all the way from a village called Katwe. Katwe is one of the slums in Kampala, Uganda. In fact, there are 8 great slums in Uganda. Katwe is the greatest of all the slums. And this young lady, she has an experience in which the dad died at the age of 3. Just imagine someone, losing the dad at the age of 3 and have to now live without a dad because the dad died through AIDS. As if that was not enough, after some years after, this older sister too died. And she has to drop out of school. She stopped going to school at age 6. And it was very, very challenging because now she has to leave school and start selling corn. She was selling maize on the streets to help the family because they were really poor. Then one day when she was 9 years old, something happened. When she went with her brother, She followed her brother to somewhere and she just saw some people playing the game of chess and she got fascinated. Now, she didn't go there because she wanted to play chess. What really attracted there is because they normally give them some free meal. I went to get the picture. They were really poor. And she now find a place where she can go because there's this missionary that was using football and chess to inspire the children to give them a better life, and it is attached to a church. So they have a sport program, they have a chess program. So she kept going back not because of the chess, but because of the food, because she really needed that sustenance. But after a while, she began to get fascinated with the chess game. And she began to learn how to play this chess game. And the rest is now history. Her name is Fiona Mutesi. Fiona Mutesi has represented Uganda 4 different times in the Olympics. Now, let me just share this picture with you because I know many of you have heard about this Queen of Catway. Many of you have heard about the Queen of Catway. And the story of Fiona, her life became a story in 2016 when Disney chose to take this and to make it a movie. And that's when the Queen of Catway, the book came out in 2012, and this became a movie in 2016. A well received movie. So this is the true Fiona. The first one that you saw was Madonna. She was playing Fiona right there, and you saw Lupita, and which is a great artist in Hollywood, playing the mother. So right here, we saw this is the real Robert Katende, which happens to be the coach of Fiona. Now, this is Fiona playing chess, and she later went on and to university in Washington, and she got a degree in sociology from there. And she moved on. She came back to the same place where she started from, helping other children that used to be like her. And she grew to be a great inspiration. Now, watch this. Fiona went through a lot. And this is what resilience is all about. Now, watch this. Resilience is not a personal trait that some people have and some people don't have. No, it is a leadership skill. And the good news is this. It is a learnable skill. Today, I'm going to show you how to build your own personal system of resilience. So when we talk about resilience is not just for the hard stuff. Resilience is also what enables us to seize opportunities. Fiona was able to seize those opportunities. She was able to go from nobody to somebody because she learned how to build a personal system of resilience. And today, she is an household name. She has inspired. In fact, she is the first chess champion, female champion in Uganda, in the whole nation of Uganda. Her story is so inspiring. And many people have been inspired by the story of Fiona today. Now, I want to tell you something. Don't let your setback cause you to sit back, but let it propel you to be a set-off for a comeback. And I'm going to give you the framework of the comeback mindset. But I'm not done because I love telling stories. I want to share with you another stories. The next story I want to share with you, I want to call it the tale of 2 Debbies. Now, I'm going to share 2 Debbie with you. The first Debbie, she has a dream. And her dream is to become Miss America. And to fulfill her dream, she has to start competing. She started from the state where she was born. The state where she was born. And she started from that state, Arkansas. And she went, the first time she got so close to her dream, she became the runner-up. of Miss Arkansas. And for you to become Miss America, you have to win your state first to represent that state. So the second year she competed, there was high hopes because according to according to stipulations and the pedigree and the history of the beauty pageant of the state of Arkansas, anyone that is a runner-up always end up to become the next Miss Arkansas. But unfortunately, it didn't turn that way for Debbie. She ended up becoming the runner-up for the second time. Oh, and she was not really happy about it. But something happened. She switched states. She moved on to a different state. She moved on to another place. And the place that she moved on to was another place because she really wanted to have a degree in veterinary medicine. So she moved on to that place. It's the state of Missouri. And she ended up fulfilling her dream of becoming Miss Missouri, which qualified her to go to Miss America stage. Now watch this. It took her 7 years and 11 attempts to become Miss America. Let me share a picture with you. Debbie Turner Bell became the seventh, became the first black Miss America for the state of Missouri, and the third African American Miss America, in history. This is her picture. And so, and she became so popular. This is Miss America 1990. And even the Ebony magazine, they carried a story. They say, here she is, Miss America. Watch this. Black, brainy, beautiful, born again. Wow. And I believe our faith has a lot to play in resilience. I'm going to show you how faith help you to be resilient. I'm going to show you in a while. Now, this is Debbie Turner when she won. When she was crowned the Miss America. Now, this is Debbie Turner right now. Now, I want you to know that this Debbie Turner, I'm a very practical person. I actually knew her. When I read about her, I Googled her online and I reached out to her because I love meeting great people. So I told her that I would like to invite you for a conference on behalf of the LAM Global Community. You know what she did? She said, let's have a Zoom meeting. And she scheduled a Zoom meeting. And the Zoom meeting was meant to be 15 minutes. And guess what? We end up spending 35 minutes together. She said, no one has ever done that with me before. No one has ever prepared the way that you did. In talking with her that day on that Zoom call, I was going through a resilience story. Now watch this. Resilience is not a gift. It's a system that you can build. I'll repeat again. Resilience is not a gift. It's a system because Debbie Turner came back. Watch this. She has a comeback story. She did not allow setback to cause her to sit back. Rather, she allowed the setback to propel her for a comeback. She went to another state and contested again. It took 11 attempts and she became Miss Missouri and ended up becoming Miss America, which has opened doors for her. So many doors. In fact, she never practiced as the conventional vet doctor. She went into broadcasting because of her fame as a Miss America. It opens doors for her. And that's the good news. That is why whatever you're going through right now, you cannot afford to quit. Quit is not an option. When you learn to quit, quit becomes your habit. It is too legit to quit. MC Hammer sang a song in the 90s. It is too legit to quit. You have no right to quit. Why? You are a winner. Let me prove to you that you are a winner. Before you were born, there were so many sperms that contested with you. to fertilize your mother's ovum. Many sperms died so that you are the only one that made it. You won that trophy, even from the womb. That is why I know you are an overcomer. You are a winner. So it doesn't matter the setback that you experience now. You can have a comeback story. And that's why we are here today. Now, I want to share another story. I tell you, I promised to share the story of two Debbies. I was privileged to get to know the Miss America, that Debbie. I have a phone number. I have access to her. But watch this. There's another Debbie I want to tell you about that I know so well. I know this Debbie so well. And she also have a comeback story. This second Debbie that I want to share with you, she's an immigrant nurse. She immigrated with her husband more than 17 years ago to America. And when they came, before she came, she already have a degree, a nurse. She has nursing degree. She has midwifery. She was a registered nurse and the registered midwife where she was coming from. She was born in Nigeria. So on coming here with her husband, she even have a bachelor's degree before she came to America. But when she came, she found out that the system was different. So she had to start all over. So she started as a CNA. CNA means Certified Nursing Assistant. That is where this Debbie started from. And she was working as a CNA. And she was not really happy with that, because that is not her aim. Her aim is to go to the highest level in the nursing profession in America. So she did exam. For her to do that, she has to do the RN exam as a registered nurse. And the first time was tough. She couldn't make it. She started writing the exam in 2010. Now, she did it again. She wasn't just making it, and she was working as a CNA. She wasn't happy because as CNA, she has to go to some people's house to clean their house, to do some dirty jobs that she didn't really want to do. That is not what she wants for herself. But she refused to give up. Later on, someone told her that you can do LPN. You can do an LPN. LPN means licensed practitioner nurse. And start from there. And she took the exam for the LPN. The first time, she didn't make it. But she did it again, and she made it. So in 2013, she got the LPN license. Now watch this. There was a problem. Because she wrote the exam in the state of California, and she was living in the state of Pennsylvania. And because of the conflict, different state, different law in America, she was having problem in converting the California license to Pennsylvania, because Pennsylvania has this law. They are not among the states that you can switch. And it was a real challenging period. And they told her that if you want to switch your license to Pennsylvania, you have to go to school again. And she didn't want to do that. She continued working as a CNA. It was really challenging. She tried to do the RN exam again. She won't make it. She will do it again. She won't make it. Then in 2016, she found out that she can use the LPN license because of the problem Pennsylvania was having, that she can transfer a license from California to New Jersey that is close to where she lives in Pennsylvania. And that's what she did. And she was able to have that breakthrough. And she transferred her license, and she was taking Uber from where she lived in Pennsylvania to New Jersey to work. And she did that for 4 years. It was a very challenging period for her. But still, even though she had an LPN, she would have been contented, but she wasn't satisfied. Because there's something about the nursing profession. For you to go higher, you need to be a registered nurse, not just an LPN. And she found where she was working in New Jersey, some people, they were already satisfied with just the LPN, because as an LPN, you earn a little bit closer, not the same amount with the registered nurse. You are a nurse, but she wants more for herself. There's something that is calling for more in this Debbie. This Debbie is what I call the resilient Debbie. She refused to give up. She continued to write the RN exam. Even though she has an LPN, she continued to study for the RN exam. Watch this. She's been studying for the exam since 2010. And she ended up making the exam in July 2020. It took 10 years. So many attempts. Not once, not twice. At times, she might do it twice a year. So she will have done the exam like 16, 17 times. And that's a lot of times. I knew many people that have done this RN exam that have given up. For one day, we met one of them when we were living in, I saw a woman that has given up. There are many stories of people that have given up, that have allowed their setback to make them to sit back and give mystery the permit to drive them around all their life. But this Debbie refused. Now watch this. She did not just end the RN, because now with the RN, the road is clear to the top. Guess what she did? Immediately she jumped into an online program. She got a BSN, a bachelor's of science in nursing. And after that, she did another degree. She got an MSN, a master's in leadership and management in nursing. And guess what? She didn't stop there. She went to go and get her MBA. I know this Debbie very well. This second Debbie that I'm talking about, I know her very well because I live with her. She is my wife. This second Debbie is my wife. That was her. We were together in Georgia. This is last year in November. This is my wife, Debbie. So she was here. She was having 2 degrees, a master's in leadership and management, and also MBA in healthcare. She refused to give up. This is after the graduation. A friend of ours, they took us to celebrate her. That was it. That was my wife and I. I told you she's my wife. The second Debbie is my wife. And that's my friend, which is also Yannick, a fellow Maswell leadership coach living in Georgia. And we have a pastor friend, Pastor Bumi and Pastor Peter. They took us out. Why am I sharing this story with you? Because I know what resilience looks like. If you can relate with me, I want to see some thumb up. I want to see some smiling face. How many of you can relate? How many of you are going through some period in your life now you feel like quitting? Because, like I said, because my wife lives with me. I remember one of those days when the result came and she saw a result. She was close to making it, but she didn't really make it. And she looked at me in the face. She said, "Why can't God help me?" I said, "God is going to help you." Something came in me. I said, "God is going to help you." And that day, God gave me a scripture for her. That was Psalm 46, verse 5. God is in the midst of her. God shall help her, and that right early. And I told her, hold on to that word. You know what she did? She went online to buy a frame that has that scripture. And she took that picture and put it on the wall, and she put her picture there, and she wrote registered nurse. And that is why faith is one of the adaptive skills that make us to be resilient. I'm going to show you in a while. Now, I'm not done. I got one more story because I want to shut down someone's excuse today. Someone can say, "Oh, well, I have failed so many times." Listen, I just told you about, we just learned about the Queen of Catway. We started with Fiona, how she didn't give up. Despite the dad's death, the sister's death, the family poverty, she rise up. Despite the opposition, despite all the contradiction, despite everything, all the odds, like Coach Betty is saying, against all odds. All this story are against all odds story. The story of Fiona, the story of Debbie Turner Bell, Dr. Debbie Turner Bell, Miss America 1990, and the story of my wife. These are against all odds. I got one more story to share with you. This first story I want to share with you, I just learned about it this morning. It was a story of a man that was living in the city of Compton in California. This man has a desire to help the underprivileged in his city. And he knows that in order for him to do that, he has to go and learn to be an attorney. So he went to school to be an attorney. And as an attorney, you need to write what we call the bar exam. And for Maxi Fila, it was a real challenging period. It took the first bar exam, because normally the bar exam takes 3 days for you to do the bar exam in California. So he did it the first time, he didn't make it. The second time, he didn't make it. The third time, he didn't start. Third time, 4, 5, 6, 7, he didn't quit. How many of you can guess how long it took? I want to see if someone, I don't like guessing, but this is a good guess. How many of you can guess how long it took this man to get to make his bar exam? I want some suggestions. Just put it in the chat. I want to see the chat now. So how long do you take it? I mean, he did it. I mean, someone said 17. No, I mean, how many times? Someone said 15 times. Okay, that's a good try. That's a good try. Someone said 20. Oh, that's a good try. That's a good try. 20. Oh, it's not even close. 20 is not close. 24 is not even close. 24 is not even close. Because you will be telling me now, giving me an excuse. Oh, 50 is very close. It took 48 times. 48 times. Listen, if you read our daily bread, go and read today's our daily bread. You will see the story right there. I just read it this morning because I read our daily bread every day. Go and read today's our daily bread. You can go online. You will see the story there. I'm not lying. This is true. This man is an extraordinary man because his vision was to rescue. That was him. Mazi D. Fila, attorney at law. Do you know that while he was taking that exam, he was working as a clerk for his son-in-law? It took him 25 years. 25 years. And within that 25 years, he and his wife, they have 7 children that they went to college while he's still taking his law exam. He was able to pass the exam in 1991. When he was sworn in, the judge that swore him, he said, perseverance, perseverance, perseverance. That's what he called him. They call him Mr. Perseverance. And that takes resilience because he has a desire to change life. He never quit. So the question is, what have you been through that you want to quit? Because stories, I mean, we've heard the story of Abraham Lincoln, but I don't want to take your time because I meant business today. But do you know that this man died in 2011 at the age of 80? But this year, January 24 this year, they did something special for him. That same city that he served as an attorney for 20 years, the city of Compton, they dedicated a square. They built a square in his honor. And they were celebrating him as a civil rights advocate and longtime public servant. What a great honor, even after he died. So today, quickly, with the time that I left, I want to tell you that resilience is not just surviving, but it is thriving every twist and turn. So quickly, I want to take you to a school, SOA, a school of authentic resilience. How many of you are ready to SOA? Okay, if you are ready to SOA, I want to see SOA in the chat box now. If you want to SOA, I want to put SOA. I want to put SOA because I want to show you, I want to take you to the school of authentic resilience so that you can learn to SOA. Listen, one thing that makes the eagle peculiar is the only bird that used the wind as its advantage. He used adversity for advancement. I want to tell you, you have lost the reason to complain, to tell you how life is not fair. Let me tell you something, in case you didn't get the memo. Life is not fair. That is why you need to grow through life and not to go through life. Many people are going through life. They are not growing through life. Now watch this. Everyone go through life, but only few people grow through life. So the question I want to ask you is, as I'm sharing with you, I want to show you how to develop the comeback mindset, how to develop your personal system of resilience. This is what this is all about. I want to show you how you can, because resilience is not a gift. So stop looking at some people like Abraham Lincoln, Fiona Mutesi, the Miss America Debbie Turner, Mazi Turner, or my wife, as if, oh, they have a gift. No, you can build your personal resilience, and this is how to do it. But first of all, I have a question for you. Now, my question for you right now is this. What is your biggest challenge right now as an individual? What is your biggest challenge right now as an individual? That's the first question. The second question is very important. Are you growing through this challenge or just merely going through them? So the problem is this. Many people, they just go through challenge. They don't grow through. There's a difference between going through and growing through. The difference is growth. The third question is, what positive growth is possible for you through this season in your life despite this challenge? Because if you just go through life, listen to me, you can become a victor. The most you can become is a survivor. And listen, there are 4 levels in life. We have survivor, stability, success, and significance. Fiona went from survivor to significance. Today, significance is what you do for others. A story is inspiring others. What if she has not seized those opportunities? Nobody will know Fiona Mutesi today. She will have been a long and forgotten person. But today she's 30-years old. She's living as an inspiration. She never even knew that a life story will be turned to a movie. Disney, that has a big platform. Now watch this. I want to show you something. I want you to know that you can have a comeback story too. Comeback story is not for few, it's for all. And this is why I'm showing it to you right now. So I want to show you, first of all, I want to encourage you. So we are focusing on growth, because when you embrace growth, you will experience the positive gains of what that adversity is going to give to you, because every adversity has a positive side. Now, let me share with you quickly what we call the resilience app, because we're going to need this in showing you the framework. Now, there are 3 pillars of resilience. The first pillar is the adaptive skills. The adaptive skills. Because if you want to build your own system of resilience, you need to be aware of these pillars. So the first pillar is the adaptive skills. The second pillar is the protective resources. And the third pillar is the preventive choices. Now, these 3 powerful pillars of resilience, these are the keys to overcoming obstacles and seizing opportunities at any age. I want you all to know that resilience is not just overcoming challenges, it's also seizing opportunities. So when we're talking about resilience, it's not just bouncing back. It's not just overcoming something. It's also seizing of opportunities. In case you are here, you say, well, I'm not going through any challenges. But listen, you need resilience, not just to overcome challenges, but you need it to seize opportunities. I was able to seize opportunities to speak to Miss America, to have a number on my phone, because I was resilient. I was resilient. I was resilient through growth, and I was able to seize that opportunities. When I know that she wanted to meet me on Zoom, resilience helped me to prepare and to be unforgettable, to have an experience that only few people have. Now, watch this. Now, let's go and create that now that we know the pillars, so let me give you more understanding of each pillars. So when we talk about the adaptive skills is how you think and respond internally. Adaptive skills are what is going on in your mind when you face a challenge. So the question is, when you face a challenge, what goes on in your mind? Do you see that challenge as a door or as a wall? And the second skill is the protective resources. These are external stuffs. These are external stuffs that you use to help you overcome challenges. This includes money, your relationship, your experience, and your education. And the preventive choices, this doesn't fix a problem right now, but prevent future adversity. So the summary in thinking about all this is this. I want to see these three pillars of resilience. Like I said, the first one is the adaptive skills. The adaptive skills is how you think and respond internally to challenges. And the second one, the protective resources, are relationships and support systems. These are the things and the people that you call on when you are experiencing challenges. And the last one is the preventive choices. These are the decisions that reduces future adversities. Now, I want to show you quickly, and this will be the last slide I'm going to show you, because I want to quickly take this through, because my time is up now. My time is about to be fully up. But let me just take you through this framework. I'm going to give it to you first, and then that'll be the last slide you're going to see. Now, you can use your phone to take this picture first, because I'm going to take it off so that we can wrap it up. So right now, I want to give you the comeback mindset. I want to show you the power of a comeback mindset, how you can build your own system of resilience. And I'm giving it to you with the acronym resilience. I'm showing you the resilience acronym. The resilience acronym is the comeback mindset that you can use to turn your career setbacks into unstoppable growth. So the R is reframe the setback. I'm going to take it one by one. Let's just go over it first. Reframe the setback. The second one is E, engage adaptive thinking. The third one is strengthen your support system. The next one is invest in yourself consistently. The next alphabet is L, leverage protective resources wisely. Then the next one is I, initiate preventive choices. E, execute with courage. The next one is N, navigate failure creatively. Then the next one is C, create your comeback story. And the last one is elevate others as you rise. So now, if you didn't get it, don't worry, you'll get the recording. So let's take it one by one because of time, because my time is up right now. Now, the first one is how reframe the setback. Now, this is why I want to encourage everyone to sign up with Coach Betty. Coach Betty will be starting a mastermind on resilience because, listen, resilience is a big topic for me to deal with in a short time that I have. But Coach Betty will be doing a mastermind. She will take you through all these pillars of resilience, the rules of resilience. When you join a mastermind, she's going to take you through that in a special course that she has created. So I don't have enough time, but Coach Betty, she's the queen of resilience because she has a resilience story. In case you don't know Coach Betty's story, she has a resilience story. She came back from a setback. She never sat back. After her accident, she is not a philosopher. She's a practitioner. So that's why I want to sign up for her class at the end of this, so that you can be in the room with her. She will take you through this resilience course. So quickly, how do you reframe setback? Number one, stop asking why me and start asking what now. Because every setback carries a hidden lesson. Les Brown was diagnosed for having prostate cancer when he was 48, 49. But he reframed it, because when you change the way you see things, the things that you see change. he was able to embrace resilience. He was able to reframe the setback. In fact, when they said the PSA means prostate specific antigen, it was high. It was 2,400. The regular amount is 0 to 4. But he was able to change that PSA to, he said that PSA means positively staying alive. That's reframing that setback is responsible for him still being alive today. He's 80 years old today. After many years, the American cancer, they gave him the award for being a cancer conqueror, not survivor. So the second one, engage adaptive thinking. One of the adaptive thinking skills that you need, like from the pillars, is faith, your faith. So how do you engage adaptive thinking? By choosing faith over fear. That's what Les Brown did. He chose faith over fear. You have cancer is one of the words most feared in different language. He never feared. He chose faith over fear. You have to choose hope over despair. That's how to engage adaptive thinking. And it's very important. You have to choose faith over fear. The third alphabet is strengthen your support system, which is your protective resources. Why? Because you need a support system if you want to be resilient. You need to strengthen your support system because no one rises alone. Growth is a team sport. So your protective resources include your mentors. That's why you need mentors. You need relationships. You need networks. You need experience. Andrew Carnegie said, no one will make a great leader who wants to do it alone. That's why you need to sign up for Coach Betty's class. You need to go for conferences. You need to be in a place that requires support. That's what Fiona did. Where she was going to play chess was a support system for her. It was there that Robert Ketende was registering her for tournaments, and she was able to rise to limelight. So the next alphabet is, we've talked about the strengthening your support system. The next one is invest in yourself consistently. Your comeback is directly proportional to your growth. See, a lot of people, they don't want to invest in themselves. You need to invest in your skills, invest in your knowledge, in your personal growth and leadership capacity. That's why you have to take courses. We just came, I and Coach Betty, we met in Texas 2 weeks ago. We both paid. Do you know how long it takes for her to fly from Uganda to America? Even me that lives here, do you know how long it takes to fly? You pay for flight, you pay for accommodation, you pay for the conference. That is investment. Because there's no advancement without investment. You cannot outperform your level of development. So you need to invest in yourself. The next one is L, leverage protective resources wisely. The fact that you have resources doesn't mean that you using it. It is not just what you have, it is how you use it. Fiona, all this while, that church has been there, the church has been there, but she only found out. And when she found out, she used it wisely. She kept going, and keep playing for tournament until she was representing Uganda. She started representing Uganda in the Olympics at age 14. And that is the key. You need to leverage protective resources around you. Many people have resources, but they don't activate them. Activate every protective resources around you. The next one is initiate preventive choices. Great leaders don't just solve problems, they prevent future ones. Your future is being shaped by your daily decisions. For instance, your decision to come here right now is part of your preventive choices. Your decision to sign up for mastermind, to sign up for coaching, to be in a place where you're going to prevent future adversity is how you initiate preventive choices. And this is very important. So the next one is E, execute with courage. Clarity without action is frustration. Tony Robbins said the path to success is to take massive, determined action. The next one is N, navigate with creativity. Every failure is a feedback. So the question you ask yourself to turn your setback to comeback is, after any setback, ask yourself these three questions. What worked? What didn't work? What will I do differently? This is how you can navigate failure in a creative way, because failure is not a setback, it's a feedback. And the next one is create your comeback story. You are not defined by what happened to you. You are defined by how you respond to it. Your setback is setting the stage for your story. And the last one is this. We've talked about the last one, and that was E. Elevate others as you rise. The ultimate proof of growth is impact. Your comeback is not just for you, it's for others. Don't just lift yourself, mentor someone, share your journey, and become a bridge for others. My name is Dr. Michael, and I approve this message. Thank you, Dr. Bessie. It's been my privilege and honor, and I believe you have gotten the comeback mindset through this resilience acronym that can help you not to sit back, but to turn your setback into a comeback, because the world is waiting for you, and you are the only you that can be you. If you don't be you, who is going to be you? You have the autonomy to be you. You have the permit. So go and be yourself and change your world. Thank you.